Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Richard and this is Sideshow Collectibles. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite Marvel characters, Gambit. I actually do not collect the X-Men line, but when they decided that they were going to release this, I had to jump on it just because he is my favorite Marvel character. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the product and then we'll get into the unboxing. Alright guys, so I went ahead and pulled up the product page here on the Sideshow website. This is a 6-scale figure from Sideshow Collectibles. This one does have quite a bit of controversy around it just because of the head sculpt, so I'm kind of a little bit nervous to actually see what the head sculpt looks like in person. Hopefully it looks better than what it does on the product images, but the reason I went with this version is just because I like the jacket, I like the breastplate that he has, and the outfit. I know So Toys also made a version of it. I really like the head sculpt on the So Toys version, but again, I kind of just like the overall look and everything that this one comes with, so I decided to go with this one. I still might pick up a So Toys head sculpt and maybe switch out the portraits. I haven't decided yet. We'll kind of figure that out once I actually open this up and kind of see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. For a Sideshow figure, we are coming in at a pretty steep price of $265. Again, I was a little bit hesitant to purchase this one just because of that $265 price point. For me, it's a little bit high. But again, I don't collect the X-Men line, so this is the only figure from the X-Men line that they've produced that I was actually going to be picking up. So I went ahead and just took the plunge and just went ahead and ordered the figure. So let's go ahead and quick look and see what all he comes with first, and then we'll take a quick look at some of the images. So you do get a comic-inspired Gambit head sculpt. This is from the 90s version. Another reason why I decided to go ahead with this one. I fell in love with the character back when I was a kid, and I've liked him ever since, so I love that they went with the 90s version. So you do get a swappable short hair and long hair for the two display options. So I thought this came with two head sculpts. When I first ordered it, I did not know it just came with two hair sculpts. So you do just switch out the interchangeable hairs to get a different look for it. So you also got the brown trench coat. This is the main reason I went with it. I love the coat on this version rather than the So Toys version. That pleather for me, I've had a lot of issues with some of my figures just kind of deteriorating over time, and I kind of wanted it to last, so I decided to go with this coat instead of the that pleather type material. So you get a sculpted upper body, you get 8 hands, silver armored boots, triple card throwing effect, and 4 aces painted glow effect, and the staff. So I absolutely love how they did these translucent effects with the pink going up into really translucent and then getting more opaque here at the bottom. I think some of these images look awesome. Like this image right here, he looks fantastic. Some of the images, like this one, I'm a little bit concerned right here just because of how far the ears stick out. Again, I might switch out the portrait. I want to see what it looks like in person first before I actually make a decision on that. So let's just go ahead and run through these really quick. The staff looks awesome. The jacket looks phenomenal. I like the effects that it has. So this effect right here is super cool as well. I think that they added this in. I like the effects that the Sideshow version comes with. And then this is everything that you get with it. Again, this portrait right here, I don't know, guys. I think it looks a little funny to me, so I'm hoping it looks better in person. If not, I'll just buy the So Toys version head sculpt and just switch it out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy unboxed. I'm excited to see what he looks like, hoping that he looks better in person. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and see what all he comes with. Alright guys, so here is the box for the Gambit figure. You can see you have a two-tone color variation with the pink at the top and the bottom here with a white border that goes along it. You have a Marvel logo right here at the top and an X-Men logo here on the other side. You have the Gambit text that goes here that kind of fades into the white, which is a pretty nice touch. Something else I really like about this is that you have the comic panels here in like a grayish color right here at the bottom that kind of blends in with the white that gives it a nice little touch to it. You also have the Sideshow 6-scale logo right there at the bottom. Most of their boxes are a shoebox style box. This is no different from any of their other figures. You do get a shoebox style with this figure as well. If you flip it over, that portrait kind of continues here to the side with this. Still, you have that two-tone with the pink and the white here at the bottom. Other side's pretty much the same. You have the pink and the white with those comic panels kind of going around the entire box. One thing I think is super cool about this one is here at the back, They actually use the first comic book from Gambit with issue number 1. You have a nice layout here with the cover of the comic right here at the top, and then the white here at the bottom with some of the legal information and Sideshow information there. So let's go ahead and open it up. Again, it is a shoebox style box. Nothing here at the bottom of this box. You do get a red border in there, but nothing special to talk about. Something that's super cool about this box, let me show you guys right here on the side, is that they actually use the panels for the from the comic book and incorporate it into the box. I think this is extremely awesome, nice touch. I'm kind of a fan of some of these art boxes, and when they do little things like this, I think it's really cool that they kind of add that little extra detail to the boxes. All right, let's go ahead and take this stuff out really fast. And then the comic panels do kind of incorporate inside the box as well, which is pretty nice. All right, so for the figure, you have this wraparound that holds both the trays in together. This is kind of typical for Sideshow to do. This is kind of like their signature thing with all their figures. They have this wraparound that holds everything right into place, and then you can kind of, if we remove this. All right, once you remove that, you do have the full figure right here with some other accessories, and then you get another tray here at the bottom with some of the hands and the base. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all this stuff, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at everything. All right, guys, so I went ahead and laid out everything that the figure comes with. As you can see, Gambit comes with a ton of hands. You get a set of translucent hands, a set of non-translucent hands. One thing that I thought that you got with this was 2 head sculpts, but you actually don't get 2 head sculpts. You get 2 hair sculpts that you can switch out between the 2 on whichever one you like. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking a look at some of these hands really quick, and then we'll move into the rest of the stuff. Like I said, you do get 2 sets of hands. You get a right and left for each one. So we'll go through and just take a look at one for each one, and then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. So the first one that we're gonna take a look at is gonna be the card holding hand. This right here has the 2 fingers up where you can actually put the card right in there and it'll display that way. I absolutely love the translucent effect. I think Sideshow did a great job with this. I love how it goes from like the pink translucent to a more solid color skin tone down here at the bottom. Next one we're going to take a look at is a open hand. Same thing with open hand. You get that translucent effect with the skin tone going here, down here. And then you get a closed fist sculpt. And then you get the staff holding hand as well. All right, so for the non-translucent ones, you get exactly the same hands. The only difference is that they're not going to be translucent, and you do have the glove sculpted right on top of the hand here. You got some pretty good sculpting and detail in the bottom of the glove. And then you also get an open hand with it. And then here's going to be your staff hand if you don't want to use the translucent staff hand. The other set of hands are currently already on the figure, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that once we go through everything, but you get pretty much the same set of hands in translucent and non-translucent. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these effects first. This first one is going to be the triple card throwing effect. You have your cards that you can actually just sit right inside here. Again, I absolutely love the way that they made these translucent effects. I think they did a really good job with these. And then you have another effect with the card already sat right inside the effect here. Let me see if I can get that camera to focus on the ace. See some of that detail in the card. And then some of the detail on the back of the card. You also get an additional 4 aces. It does come with an extra one, so if you want to use one in the hand, or if you want to use the 3, the effect right here that you can have the triple card throwing, you can put each one inside here. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is the base. Nothing really special about the base. You do just get a black hexagon style base. If you flip it over, you have a Marvel logo right here, but nothing too much to say about this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that it comes with. So you do get a full set of aces. Let me see if I can get you guys to see if that camera will focus. They are kind of small. All right, as you guys can see, you do get all 4 of the aces with all 4 different suits. And then if you flip it over, you got some cool effects here on the back too, on the back of the card. And then the last thing you have is the staff. I almost feel like this is metal. I can't really tell, but it's got some pretty good weight to it. I thought it was plastic at first, but I think you actually might get a metal staff with it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the figure now. When I first saw the figure, I really didn't like it too much. I didn't really like the head sculpt, but actually having this thing in hand, it's a lot different in person than it is on the pictures. As you can see, the ears do stick out a little bit, but when you're looking straight on it or you have it in different angles, it's not as bad as it's picking it up on camera as it is in person. So I actually absolutely love what they did with it. I love the style, the 90s style that they came up with. Again, I'm not an X-Men collector, but I am a Gambit fan, so this is the main reason why I picked it up, and I love the 90s style look to it. You got some pretty cool detail here in the eyes. You have some reds and yellows. And then some stubble along the chin here. This is going to be some like dynamic hair. Again, I thought it came with 2 head sculpts, but you do not get 2 head sculpts. So if you want to switch it out, this thing actually just pops right off. And then we'll take a quick look here at the other head sculpt that you get. You got some pretty good detail throughout the hair. And then we'll just kind of take a quick look to see what it looks like with this one on. And then if you want to use this hair, this is what it looks like with this hair on. Some people might prefer this one just because it covers up the ears, but I actually really like this head sculpt, so I am going to probably be displaying my figure with this one. Alright, so as for the coat, or as for the rest of the figure, you do get a brown coat with it as well. One thing I would have liked is maybe have a wired coat, because you can't really pose this. It's going to be kind of sitting wherever it's going to be sitting. And if you wanted to use the 3-card effect and have him in some sort of dynamic pose with his coat flapping in the wind like he's running, that's just something that the figure can't do. So I kind of wish they would have put a wire in there just so we could pose a little bit better. But the coat overall is really nice. You got some really nice textures here on the inside. And a nice color brown suede type fabric here on the outside. Alright, so you do get a black undersuit with it as well. This is just a stretchy fabric. And then you get this purplish bodysuit right here with some of the detail here on it. I'm going to try to show you guys the back of it too. Let's go ahead and move this coat. The sculpting does come down here with the back of the figure as well. You also get his boots with it. You have a shiny type of metallic with it, which looks great. One thing I thought was really cool is here on the bottom, you have the X-Men logo. They went as far as getting some detail here at the bottom of the boots as well. Alright guys, so overall I actually really love this figure. I think it looks a lot better in person than it does in the pictures. So let's go ahead and just check out some of the posability with it really quick, and then we'll move on to the posing section. So as for the head, you have some great movement right or left. The head actually just fell off. It was not attached on there. So let's go ahead and reattach it. You do have some some restriction in the up and down movement just because of this under bodysuit that it has on it. So you can get some good poses from right and left, but looking up and down is going to be a little bit restricted on what you can actually do with it. As for your shoulders, the coat doesn't block it at all, and you have some pretty good movement in both the elbows and the shoulders. One thing I don't like is that this is one big plastic piece, so you're not going to be able to bend him forward or backwards. This is completely restricted. You're going to get absolutely no posability here in the chest area, but you do have a little bit of movement right or left. And as for the legs, again, I don't think there's going to be there's no restriction just because of the type of fabric that they use for the undersuit. You're going to get some great posability here in the legs. All right, as for the feet, no movement right or left and very minimal movement up and down just because of the style of the boots. So that's going to be a little bit restricted, but not too big of a deal for me. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take one last quick look at this figure. Overall, I absolutely love this figure. Again, I don't collect the X-Men line, but I did want the Gambit figure, so I'm going to go ahead and get this guy in some poses and see what we can get out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's review of Gambit. I'm actually pleasantly surprised on how much more I actually like this figure than I thought it would. The ears on it, on the product review pages, kind of stick out a lot, but it's not as prominent when you're looking at it in person. They do stick out a little bit, but some of the comic versions also have a little bit of the ears sticking out. But again, I'm actually really surprised on how well I actually like this figure. I think they did a phenomenal job with it. Thank you guys again so much for watching the review, and I'll see you guys all next time.